I'm Chalk, scientific spin, and today I'm gonna tell you about the weirdest self-defense methods invented by scientists. Masters with black belts and white lab coats figured out whether you can stab someone with a knife made of feces, how to trick a tornado using wasabi, and why a bouncer might need a big beard. Let's go. Your plane gets hijacked. Scientists have a monstrous countermeasure for that. A device was patented that literally packs the criminal together with the pilot's seat. A net with the unpleasant package is ejected with a parachute, and the coordinates are sent to the cops. Is it convenient to fly the plane standing afterward? Or what if the criminal lands tied up in the ocean? Nobody knows. It's honestly surprising this genius invention never became popular. As you probably know, in the land of the rising sun, natural disasters and Godzilla are not uncommon. 7 Japanese scientists decided to challenge nature itself. If the world is collapsing and you can't hear the alarm siren, a Wasabi alarm clock might actually save your life. This device was designed for people with deep sleep and hearing problems. It sprays wasabi, Japanese horseradish, which wakes up literally anyone when inhaled. The hardest part was finding the right concentration, so it wouldn't burn your nasal passages but would still be effective. Hit, like if you'd want a device like that to wake up for work or school. Brave scientists were also bothered by an age-old question. Can feces be used for self-defense and survival? Among anthropologists, there's a story that inspired many books and articles. The idea is that in the far north, a wife took away all her husband's tools, so he couldn't leave the settlement. But the guy was no fool. The Eskimo made a knife out of his own excrement, killed a dog with it, and then used the dog's bones to build a sled and escape from his family. Sounds like a Bear Grylls episode, which scientists decided to test. First, the leader of the research team spent 8 days on a high-protein, high-fat diet, imitating the traditional diet of the Inuit. After 5 days, the team began daily collection of the doctor's waste, or rather, premium raw material for knives. The products were molded using ceramic forms, shaped with a file at -20 degrees Celsius, and hardened at -50 degrees. Surprisingly, during testing, the blade just melted on contact with pigskin, leaving brown streaks behind. But that wasn't enough for the authors. They repeated the experiment using samples from another team member who was on a typical American diet. The new knives turned out to be just as garbage. Damn. Situation: you're out on the street, and you get attacked by some a group of thugs, and you realize that everything went to hell. In that case, scientists figured out something that might actually help you in a tough fight. The hypothesis is that an extra layer between your chin and a fist, in other words, a beard, can reduce the force of a punch. For the experiment, they used sheep wool since it's pretty similar to human hair. They dropped a weight downward to simulate a punch and then measured the damage using sensors. It turned out that hair can absorb up to 37% of the energy, acting like a shock absorber. So before a fight, you might want to skip a visit to your barber. That was Chalk, Hawk Strike. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Bye.